fall inspired pilot. Really? Pilot? Did you forget how to YouTube? Yes, you probably did. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me. I know it's been a hot minute since I've recorded. It's been like 2.5 months. But honestly, I was just taking a couple of months to do stuff around my house, clean out my garage, do some organizing. I cleaned out my storage room, yada yada yada. We'll get into all that here in a bit. But I did have some new stuff, and I thought I want to get back into filming. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do, but just I'm back. Okay, so hopefully maybe you missed me, maybe not. It's all right if you didn't. But I have some new stuff that I want to play with. I have a new foundation. I have a new primer, new mascara, just a few new things that I wanted to try. Most of what I have that's new, like recently, is foundation. And so I can only put one foundation on my face at once. So, that's the way it's got to be. This is not really a first impressions. This is more like a second impressions because I have worn this one time and I quite liked it. And I thought I'd give it a go. I put off buying this for so long because this has been out for, I don't know, a couple years. I think it came out in 2019. I'm not sure about that. But it's the McGrath Labs, what do we call it? Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. So super bougie, right? I don't even remember how much this was. I was just like, I saw Angelica Nyquist review this, and the concealer too. That's another new thing that I have is the concealer, and she seemed to really like them. It looked beautiful on her, so here's hoping it does something for me as well. I think for my eyes, I'm not gonna do like a full-on tutorial, I think, but I thought I'd go ahead and film what I do. So today I'm going to use the Raw Beauty Christie ColourPop at Forest Sight palette. I just think this is a really pretty palette. I think it'll be really nice for fall. Go with my shirt that I'm wearing. And I do have my eyes primed with the Juvia's Place primer. I finally got my hands on shade number 2, which is the medium shade. And honestly, it's a tiny bit dark, but it's not too bad. And ultimately, they would probably look really good mixed together. But I just put on number 2 today. We're going to jump in. We're going to get going. I don't have clean brushes, man. I don't, nothing. That's not true. I have clean foundation brushes. But we're not going to start with that. We're going to start with, this other stuff. So I think I'm going to take kind of a fluffy brush, if I can find one that suits me. And I'm going to go into the shade Chanterelle, which is this gold color right here. I think that's a real pretty color. And I'm not going to totally go crazy, but I want to put this in like my upper crease, kind of as a transition shade. Transition shades are not really my thing. If you have been here before, you kind of know that. I just don't really do them that often. Like as far as the slightly brownish, fleshy color transition shade, I don't do that. If I need to blend something out with that kind of color, I will. But today is not that day. So we're just fluffing this in the crease. And like I say, I'm not going to go too crazy with the tutorial thing today. So I'm just going to kind of do one eye and then the other eye, and hopefully this video won't be 5 hours long. All right, I quite like that color. I think I'm going to go into the color Amanita. I think that's how you say it. I can't remember what she said this was. Mushroom? I don't remember. Anyway, it's this one right here. And I'll probably deepen it up with this one right next to it, which is called Homegrown. We're going to see if we can get a nice grungy fall kind of look. It is pouring today here in Seattle, which I know is not necessarily a shock. I love that color. But I have to go out in it, so I'm not exactly thrilled about that. Nevertheless, Shit's gotta be done. So how was everybody's summer? I hope everybody had a halfway decent summer. I was very focused on other things besides makeup. I mean, I went weeks without wearing anything at all, honestly. Maybe mascara or something or whatever, but it just wasn't like a priority for me. And so there you go. And it's like, really, I'm not going to do full glam makeup to go clean my garage, which is still a pit, but it's at least a little bit better. We had a storage unit, and I finally decided we don't need this anymore. I'm tired of spending $200 a month on renting square footage for shit that I can't even get to. And so I decided, I'm going to clean my garage up a little bit, get rid of some crap that's in there, try to make space for the stuff that's in my storage unit. So I did that. It looked great before I brought all the stuff home from the storage unit. Now it looks like a bomb went off in there again and you can barely move. Nevertheless, it is all here and I am not spending $200 a month on that anymore. Yay, $200 for something else. Makeup, shoes, jewelry, groceries, whatever. We know where my priorities are. I'm going to clean off that little pencil brush I was using just a second ago with that dark brown homegrown color. And I'm going to pick up Fiddlehead, which is this really cool kind of grungy green. And I'm going to put that on kind of the inner part here. So I'm doing kind of I guess it'll probably be kind of a spotlight type of situation. So that's very dramatic to go pick up prescriptions and return things to Old Navy. But it is what it is, and that's just how we're gonna roll. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is go into another new item that I wasn't actually gonna use today, because I haven't quite figured out how I feel about it. But this is the Huda Beauty Wild Python, and it's a pretty palette. I'm not sure what possessed me to buy it, because it's very mid-tone. There's really only one dark color in here. But I think I'm going to go in with this color right here, which is a sort of a metallic green color. All right, so I'm going to pick that up, and I am going to spray it. And we're going to plop that on the lid and go from there. Okay, I think that's pretty. I mean, is it my greatest work ever? Probably not, but it is what it is. So one of the other new things that I picked up was one of the Juvia's Place liners that they have. And they only have like 6 colors, and they're all like black, midnight blue, dark brown, that kind of thing. So I picked up 3 because they were buy 2 get 1 free at Ulta recently. I'm going to put the black one in my tight line, and then I think I'll probably put a green or something like that in my waterline. And I'm going to do some wing liner, and then I will be back for the foundation. Okay, so I'm back and I've got some liner on. Went a little crazy. I'm going to throw on some mascara real quick before I just forget about it. I was recently in Utah visiting some family for a little while, and I happened to go to a Dollar General where they have the Believe beauty line of stuff, and I'd heard things about it, like just kind of in passing and everything, and it's like, I think people like this. So I picked up a few products. I picked up the foundation, I picked up the mascara, and a couple of other things. The primer, the hydrating primer, I think I might use that today. But I did want to go ahead and just throw on a little bit of this. I have worn this before. It's okay. It's not my favorite. So anyway, I went to Utah for about a week, drove down there, and it's a beautiful drive. It really is. I grew up in the desert Southwest, And so a lot of people think that the desert is ugly or barren or whatever, and it's really not. It's got its own kind of beauty, I think. But it was really nice to see some family and everything. So to me, it was worth it. And I don't personally mind making a nice long drive like that. It takes me 2 days because, oh, I could do it in one day, but I would probably fall asleep at the wheel, and that's not ideal. So let's go ahead and put on some face products. We're going to do the Believe Beauty Pretty and Prime. This is the hydrating primer. And this is, again, this is one of those things. It's okay. It's kind of a, basically feels like a lotion. And I'm going to put that on. I am foregoing the sunscreen, I think, today just because, well, I don't know why. I just am. Normally I don't, even when it's crappy out and stuff. But today I'm going to leave it off because the one I really enjoy is tinted, and I don't feel like I need that with all this other stuff that I'm going to put on. So the Pat McGrath Foundation is supposed to be a sheer to medium foundation, and I think that's true from what I could tell when I used it yesterday. I think it is buildable. I think you could put it on however you want to. I tend to like a brush gone over with a sponge, and that's just kind of how I like to do my foundation. So that's what I'm going to do today. Before I do that, now that I've got the primer on, I'm going to take a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is the shade 2.5. And I'm going to put a little bit of this just like on my fingertips, and I'm going to work it in kind of all over. I just hope this is recording and recording sound and everything. It's been so long, guys. I apologize. But I'm like, I want to get back into filming. I want to get back into painting, which is part of the reason why I was cleaning my garage and that kind of crap, because it's like, I don't know. I want to be able to focus on other stuff without having things like that sort of hanging over me, if that makes sense. It probably does. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I have to get the not so fun stuff done in order for me to be able to focus on the more fun stuff. So this is quite a thin formula, and I highly recommend shaking it up well. I picked up the shade Light 7. What I actually wanted was Light 6, but they were out. And me being the instant gratification kind of girl that I am, I just went with 7. I'm going to take my IT Cosmetic foundation brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit, because this is so thin and I don't want it going everywhere, I'm just going to go ahead and put, we're going to do 3 pumps-ish. And we're going to go over everything, and then I am going to go over that with a sponge. We'll see what we do. I feel like yesterday I didn't put it on with a brush. I feel like I put it on with a sponge. Only a sponge? I don't know. I can't remember. That was 24 hours ago. I don't remember. I would love to know what y'all have been doing. What kind of stuff you've been trying, and what projects you've been working on. Doesn't have to be, makeup related or anything like that. By any stretch of the imagination. Ooh, that was not good. All right, well, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen, and I'll fix it later if I need to, or maybe I'll just leave it that way. That's a little smear. So I think the color on this is pretty nice. It's a tiny bit yellow for my liking, but I would say that yes, this is a nice solid medium coverage. I used a fair amount of product, so you could probably dial back the coverage if you wanted to. I don't know how this builds. I'm not going to try to build it because I feel like this is fine. All right, so I think this is pretty. I really do. Before I, go over it with my, what is this? before I go over it with my sponge, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the concealer. And I got L3 for the concealer. And I'm going to try to, this is pretty light. Yesterday when I put it on, I thought, ooh, that's really light. So I'm going to, you know, try to keep it to a minimum if I can. Pushing this in with a brush, and I'm going to tap it with a finger, and then I'm going to go over it with a sponge. So I'm just going over all of this gently, pushing it into my skin, making sure there's no excess stuff. I don't know why I put off buying this. I think I heard a few maybe negative reviews or something. Not negative, but just like mediocre. This product is mediocre. I finally broke down after I saw Angie do her review, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna give it a try. All right, so I'm gonna take the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. And it took me forever to find this. Well, actually, I had to ask somebody where it was, because it's one of those things that comes in a little pouch with all the sequins. That was not what my eye was looking for. I was looking for a box. I should have known better. Pat, she does like her little pouches with sequins. Not sure how I feel about that. Feels a little environmentally, you know, not kosher, but we're going to put this under my eyes. And then I am going to do some cream products on my face, and I'm going to go over my whole face with this to whatever extent I feel like I need to, which, you know, I don't tend to powder a lot anyway. So, but under the eyes, I do like a little powder just to set things. I feel like that looks, but that's like the tiniest mirror. I'm like, I can't really see anything in there. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is either. That's tiny. Let's just finish up those under eyes real quick. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to go into that color Amanita, and then I might blend it out with something else, like Rainier or something. I will say that Huda Beauty shimmer that I put on the center of my eyes is very, very pretty, but it is traveling a little bit. As far as like, I'm seeing little glitter particles on my cheeks and stuff. And you know, I'm not gonna go ape shit over something like that, but it is something to note. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of cream contour. This is Amber from Fenty Beauty. This is the contour shade. The contour shade. And I'm just gonna do a little bit. Just a little bit down the side of my nose. All right, now with that same sponge, I'm going to pick up Butter Biscuit. This is the Cheeks Out Cream bronzer from Fenty Beauty, and you can see that I like this. I don't hit pan on many things because I'm too fickle, but this I have. I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Georgette Super Shock Cheek. This is a really pretty color. I'm not sure it goes with my look today, but I don't care. I just think it's a pretty color, and I'm going to put this on with a sponge. I have put this on with a brush by fingers, a sponge. It's all good. All right, we're going in with a little highlight. This is the Clinique Powder Pop Flower Highlighter. This is the shade Lunar Pop. I think there's only one shade. There might be two shades. I don't know. I like this one though. It's pretty. And pretty effortless, which I enjoy. All right, there we go. Just a little something something. And for my powder, where did my powder go? There it is. I'm going to go in with that Pat McGrath powder, and this is definitely one of those powders that if you start digging around in it, you're going to waste a lot of product. So I highly recommend tapping and going easy. I mean, unless you enjoy wasting product, and I don't think too many of us do. I mean, I could have waited to do my highlighter till after I did that, but I didn't, because like I say, I forgot how to YouTube. This is the Professional Super Setter Long Lasting Makeup Spray. I kind of like this. This is the mist on it is fantastic. So we're gonna spray. I like me a lot of spray. And while that's sort of setting down, drying down, I'm going to put on a little bit of lip something or other. You know me, lips are not my thing, don't care, not interested. It's just how I am. So that's the Sephora lip liner in the Nudest, which as far as lip liners go, I think is great, and it's a great color. And then I'm going in with Dazzling Dough, which is one of the Maybelline. This is Maybelline. I think it's Maybelline. Color Re-Shine lipsticks. This is not new. I have like 4 of these because I like the color so much. All right, let me go do something with this hair and throw some lashes on, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back, and I've got the rest of my my hair done, and I did my brows. That was the thing that I was forgetting. Which, by the way, I used and I don't do a lot to my brows, I really don't, but I found this NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen, and this is really nice. I like this, especially for the price. I picked up the shade Espresso, and it's yeah, it's nice. It's nice, tiny little tip, sheer but not too sheer. So yeah, I like it. I'm enjoying that. And then I just used a little brow gel. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little chatty get ready with me video type thing, my dip in the pool as far as getting back into filming for you guys. And I am going to come back later this week, maybe next week, I'm not sure which, because it's Wednesday on the day that I'm filming this, because I've got the new, I think it's relatively new, Lawless Conceal the Deal foundation, and this is supposed to be a full coverage. I did try this, so the color is good, and I think I like it. I have not like worn it. I've put it on just to see about the color and texture and stuff, but I think it's pretty good. Like I mentioned before, I have the Believe Beauty foundation. I did wear this when I was in Utah, and I feel like this is probably going to be one of those foundations that requires really good prep for the skin, because even though it says like skin finish, I personally think it's quite matte and just the tiniest bit dry looking on my skin, which is pretty normal. Let's see, what was the other one I have? I have the Estee Lauder Sheer Double Wear that I'm excited to put to use. And I think I have, do I have one more? Seems like I have one more, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I don't have my shit together, guys, just so you know, if you weren't able to tell. But I think my look is nice today. Makes me feel like going and doing more than just picking up prescriptions and making returns to Old Navy, but I don't think I'm going to do that. My earrings I got at the Rack, and they are Vince Camuto, I think, if I remember right, and they were like $18. I just got them, so maybe you might be able to find them. I just realized also that I forgot to turn on my ring light, but just looking in my viewfinder, it seems okay, so yay. Yeah, I'm a little rusty, guys, but I'm glad to be back, and I'm hoping to, you know, provide you with some more stuff to see. I often think about the videos from other YouTubers that I watch, the ones that I like, and so many of them are so good at like story time, for lack of a better word, where they can just talk about stuff, whether it's makeup or life or whatever. I'm not super comfortable talking about life things because I guess at this point I'm just like, I don't know who's watching. I don't know who cares. That sounds super passive aggressive, but that's not how I intend it. Uh, but you know, I'm gonna try to get better at that. I'm gonna try to get better at sharing like sort of the day to day stuff that goes on in my life, which is, you know, there's not really much to it, but I'm hoping that with getting back into sewing and artwork and so on, that that will come with time, with practice. At any rate, I think I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, hi, I'm glad you came. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it while you were watching, and share and like and do all the things for me. That'd be great. And leave a comment. I love comments. All right, guys. Until my next video. Bye.